What's the best way to lose 5 pounds of fat? That's what we're talking about today. Let's jump right into it. What's up, guys? Josiah Novak with thetruetransformation.com. Today we're talking about the fastest and best way to lose your next 5 pounds of fat. So I don't care how much weight you have to lose. Maybe it's 10 pounds, 15, 20, 30, or maybe even have 100 pounds to lose. But that first 5 can be really motivating. It starts to show you that, hey, I can do this. That self-belief starts to turn on. And ultimately, the momentum starts to head in the right direction. Here's what I recommend if you're starting out and you have that first 5 that you want to get off. I actually recommend being a little more aggressive out of the gate. And here's why. It goes right back to what I was just saying. We want to buy in mentally right away. We want to get the momentum rolling in the right direction as fast as possible. Because if we don't see results right off the bat, we start to question our ability. You start to wonder, like, can I even do this? Is this even in the cards for me? Is this even possible? And you start to think, you know what? I was a fool for even thinking I could do this. I'm too busy. I have too much going on with business, too much going on with the family. This just isn't the right time. I need to wait until there's a better opportunity for me to jump into this. But on the flip side, if you see results quickly and that 5 pounds comes off rather fast, well, then all of a sudden you're thinking, I can do this, and your self-belief meter starts to skyrocket. So what I suggest is starting out a little bit more aggressive. First and foremost, I recommend setting your calories a little bit lower than you might later on in the fat loss plan. This is stuff I teach in what's called our strip fat phase inside of our VIP coaching program. But ultimately, it comes down to targeting a little bit more aggressive of a calorie level. I'll give you an example. If I'm typically going to aim for 500 calories below my calorie maintenance on a very standard, sustainable fat loss plan, I might drop to 750 or even 800 calories below my maintenance just for the first month, just to start the ball rolling. And ultimately what we could do here is get a little bit crazier with activity out of the gate too. Like, hey, I'm motivated. I'm gonna do an extra walk every day. I'm gonna hit the gym 3 or 4 times a week. And I'm gonna get more aggressive with my calories because I know that I can sustain that for the first few weeks, with the game plan in mind that ultimately I am going to get back to a sustainable level. I'll strategically increase my calories about a month or 2 into it so that I know, hey, look, I got off that first 5 pounds. I don't need to stay in this aggressive stage forever. It got me moving in the right direction. And now I can pull back a little bit on the gas and I can sustain this fat loss for a much longer period of time and ultimately get to your goal and keep your results once you're there, of course. The second thing I recommend is experimenting with what I call intermittent fasting. And this is not a new topic. I didn't make this up. Obviously, it's been around for a long time. But there's a couple things you could do here. You don't necessarily have to completely skip breakfast if you're a breakfast person. You could just stick to a high protein breakfast in the morning. Save your carbs and fats for later in the day when you're more likely to want them, right? Maybe it's been a long day at work, or you were in meetings all day and you're stressed out, you're tired, and you're like, man, I just want to eat something carb or fat heavy for dinner, but unfortunately I used them all for my breakfast and lunch. Don't do that. Aim for more protein early in the day, more protein based at lunch, and then start to bump up your carbs and fats as the day goes along. As long as you're hitting your calorie goals, your protein goals, and you're eating mostly healthy foods, you're going to be just fine. I tell you all the time, like, look, the best diet is the one you can stick to forever. Pick the meals that you enjoy, make sure you hit your calories, get enough protein, and you'll be just fine. That is the high performance diet that is included in all of our coaching programs. This helps you just not only enjoy your diet, but get results so much faster because you're not constantly slipping up, constantly wanting more food. Finally, I would err on the side of not doing a ton of extra cardio besides walking more. What you don't want to see happen out of the gate, especially if you're being a little more aggressive, is you don't want to do so much cardio that your appetite skyrockets. This can obviously backfire because if you're already lower in calorie than you might be down the road, that high appetite might result in you falling off the wagon, cheating on your diet, and ultimately just not getting anywhere because you're trying to out-train your bad diet, right? You're trying to do more cardio, do a bunch of high intensity training or step mill or elliptical. I'm not saying those things are bad. I might include those more when I have more calories in my nutrition plan. But when you're being aggressive with calories, focus on low intensity cardio. A 30-minute walk in the morning, a 15-minute walk in the afternoon, a 10-minute walk in the evening. That's a great way to get more steps in and not see an appetite skyrocket when you're trying to be a little bit more aggressive out of the gate. When it comes down to it, science will tell us how to lose 5 pounds of fat. It's really simple, actually. You just need to burn 3,500 calories more than what you burn every single day 5 times over, because 1 pound of fat equals 3,500 calories. So all you gotta do is do that 5 times. And that's why I say set that calorie deficit a little bit more aggressive out of the gate, get the momentum rolling in the right direction. And ultimately you'll feel and perform a lot better because look, you probably have been inconsistent for a while. You haven't been tracking your calories. Your appetite's not gonna skyrocket out of the gate because you're gonna start eating healthier. And you're gonna see a lot of progress. So you're gonna feel really motivated. So you're not gonna care as much about food. You're just gonna get after it. But then when things start to get a little more challenging, you say, all right, I gotta pull back a little bit. You'll have the room to bump up your calories and you'll still be in a really solid deficit. This is how our clients lose upwards of 20 to 30 pounds in the first 90 days is because we get them out of the gate really quick and then we get more sustainable as time goes along. And before you know it, they're walking around with 6 packs, testosterone levels are where they need to be, healthy, full of energy, stamina's crazy, and they feel really comfortable with the shirt on or with the shirt off. They just feel and perform at their best. So hey, if you're interested in learning more about how I help men 30 to 65 get ripped, boost testosterone, and use fitness as a tool to improve all areas of life, go to the links in the description of the video below. thetruetransformation.com/coaching is where you can learn all about our high performance coaching program for men. In the meantime, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Until next time, remember, life moves fast. Make it count. Peace.